Hello there, I'm Arpad, and at Lasting Software, we are pushing the boundaries of 5G NTN testing and validation. Today, we are going to dive into why NTN is such a game changer and how companies can effectively develop, test, and ultimately make NTN work in this rapidly evolving landscape. We'll also uncover the missing link in development and testing, something crucial to bridging the gap between theory and reality. So without any further ado, let's jump right in. Did you know that by 2030, more than 30% of satellite communications will rely on 5G NTN? Sounds impressive, right? Well, it is, and for good reason. This shift marks one of the biggest transformations in the telecommunications industry, bringing space and terrestrial communications and networks closer than ever before. But where does this shift originate from? Well, this transformative shift is actually being driven by the growing demand for seamless global connectivity across industries. At the heart of this transformation lies the integration of 5G NTN, which, unlike traditional satellite communications, is designed to work harmoniously with terrestrial networks, enabling a hybrid approach that bridges the gap between the sky and the ground. The goal is a unified and uninterrupted experience no matter what the environment. Where is NTN today? Well, several industry leaders are shaping the NTN ecosystem, each bringing unique technological solutions to the table. To mention just a few of them, Telesat, AST Space Mobile, OneWeb, Starlink, Amazon. While most of these are quite impressive commercial deployments, they are not based on 3GPP 5G technology. Instead, they are predominantly relying on standards like DVB or other protocols for their satellite communications. The notable exception is perhaps AST Space Mobile, which does have an implemented 5G NTN solution, very basic one, but it is far from a mature or widely commercialized offering. Hence, the reliance on non-3GPP standards presents a significant drawback. Why NTN, you might ask? Well, there are several reasons. But these reasons go beyond just the market demand, as mentioned. They rather stem from the clear technological advantages that NTN solutions bring to the table. NTN is no longer a luxury, but a necessity. As global connectivity demands continue to surge, terrestrial networks alone are unable to meet the need for seamless communications on a worldwide scale. Therefore, NTN is indispensable, whether it is coverage in remote areas, disaster recovery, aviation and maritime applications, IoT expansion, or even defense and security, just to mention a few. While DVB-based satellite solutions have clearly been the cornerstone of SATCOM, 5G NTN introduces game-changing technological advantages that address the limitations of legacy systems. Hence, functionalities such as seamless integration with terrestrial networks, low latency, higher data rates, scalability and flexibility, enhanced mobility support, standardized ecosystem, future-proof for 6G, and ensuring overall continuity within the standards evolution are strengths which basically are helping us to securely pave our way to that unified and seamless experience. Hopefully now we are all convinced that this is the way. But the next step is understanding what is truly essential to start working on and developing a 3GPP-based NTN solution. To start with, it is required to have a very good combination of expertise, resources, and tools. So, to start off with would be a good comprehensive understanding of the 3GPP standards, followed up by a clear expertise in NTN-specific challenges, such as orbital dynamics, propagation delays, channel impairments, and so on. Once that is checked, you will need to focus on hardware and infrastructure, plus a development of frameworks and resources. Well, all these four aspects are checked, you need a final fifth aspect, which is simulation and testing. Simulation and testing environments, to be more precise. Having a reliable simulation environment is critical to model complex NTN scenarios. Testing and validating your NTN implementation must be smooth and painless. With the right tools, you can achieve this. But due to the fluidity of the 3GPP specifications for NTN, said tools must be flexible, scalable, easily upgradable, low CapEx, and hopefully low OpEx as well. So you should be thinking of tools such as a robust software-based channel emulator, for example, tailored for NTN. Are you thinking of that? If yes, then the answer is quite simple: CELEOS. Why CELEOS, you might ask? Well, there are several reasons for it, but in a nutshell, CELEOS simplifies the process of modeling real-world NTN conditions, enabling faster, more cost-effective development and deployment of 5G NTN solutions. As a robust software-based channel emulator tailored specifically for 3GPP NTN, CELEOS offers these following key features. Firstly, a comprehensive NTN environment modeling to simulate complex NTN scenarios across LEO, MEO, and GEO constellations. After that, a seamless interop testing to validate the interaction between TN and NTN to achieve seamless handover. Then, an accurate channel impairment emulation to model real-world challenges such as shadowing, fading, and mobility. DeFi compatibility is also on the table, which supports the DeFi standard for future-proof interoperability, and SIGMF support, making it simple to define and share signal data for streamlined testing and analysis workflows. Integrated digital spectrum analyzer is also a feature which has been implemented, and besides the obvious advantage, this saves time and reduces CapEx by eliminating the need for external DSA equipment. All of these 6 main aspects drive CELEOS to become a very low CapEx and very low OpEx solution based on the fact that it is a software-based design, it is quite highly portable based on the fact that it can run in any standard computing infrastructure. The cost which goes with it is quite predictable, maintenance is minimal, it's easily upgradable, and it's cloud ready in order to make sure that the next step is also covered within your company's evolution. So it is clear after all of these aspects that CELEOS is more than just an emulator. CELEOS is a complete ecosystem for developing, testing, and validating 5G NTN solutions. So whether you are modeling orbital dynamics, analyzing channel impairments, or testing TN-NTN handovers, CELEOS has you covered. CELEOS bridges the gap between NTN theory and implementation, providing the ideal tool for companies embarking on their 5G NTN development journey. So if you're working on NTN or planning to start working on NTN, try the leading software-based NTN channel emulator. Try CELEOS today. I hope I have managed to convince you of the importance of 3GPP NTN, the advantages it brings to the table, and to reassure you that with CELEOS, you have the right tool to confidently kick off your NTN journey. That being said, stay tuned for more sessions and product updates from Lasting Software. And if you have any questions or feedback, we'd love to hear from you. Thank you for your time and attention. Until next time, bye.